Morning all, 2nd of August and another day in my daily diary of looking after my wife with Parkinson's and dementia. Last night was another absolute shocker, horrendous actually. I ended up sleeping on the settee, which you've heard me say in the past is very hard to do. It's so uncomfortable to sleep on. It's I don't know. It started, or Angie started, shall I say, during the evening. She wasn't right all day, to be fair. Even Marilyn, when we met Marilyn, a sister, in the afternoon, Marilyn said, "I've never seen Angie this bad before. I've never seen her this bad." She was just. He started to explain. Well, I said to Marilyn, I said, "Well, this is the norm for me. You know, people normally see the better side of her. You know, when she's putting an effort in and that sort of stuff, and being a bit upbeat and trying to be a bit more normal's the wrong word, but you know what I mean." So for Marilyn to say that, you know, Angie just wasn't right at all. Eyes were closed, not with it, just staring into space, because Marilyn said to her, "So, what are you staring at, Angie?" You know, and then she just stared back at Marilyn for a while like that. So she wasn't right all day. Even in the morning when the OT, the two women from the OT, the occupational therapist, came. They could see, because I left about 15, 20 minutes before they came. When I got her up, so they could see she weren't quite right, which I was glad about really, because she wouldn't really perform. She couldn't do much, but she still managed to grip that little rotunda thing when they were showing me how to use that, but it's big and clumsy. It just seems a lot more, it's too much trouble than what it's worth, to be honest. I can't see me using it. I used it yesterday morning after they'd gone, but I didn't use it last night. It's much easier for me just to get her out of the wheelchair and sit on the chair, you know. And that bloody portable commode thing, that's another bleeding contraption. It's massive. It looks awful, you know, in the house. Not that bothers me, but if it's not going to get used, you know, it just takes up too much bloody room. And it's like I tried it on it. I got sat on it for that, because it's a bit comfier as well than like a normal just sitting on the toilet. So I got her on that. I got Angie on that, and then wheeled her into the toilet. But getting it in and getting it in place, and it slides over, you know, in and around the toilet, so you can still sit on it and just use the loo. I left her to it yesterday morning while I sort of went and made the bed and what have you, and then I came back and she'd shuffle to one side, wouldn't be on wheels. So I thought, well, if she does anything now, she's half going to miss the toilet. It's going to be all over down the ball. So I thought, no. So disappointed in that again. So I know that sheet thing that I got delivered, which is supposed to help me get Angie in and out of bed. He said you couldn't make it up, could you? With Angie being the way she was yesterday morning, they didn't think it was the right time to show me, to get it, you know, have her like getting in and out of bed. You couldn't make it up, could you? So they're coming back next week, I think it is, to show me how to do that. You know, it's ridiculous. Yeah. So then, you know, I got Angie. Well, I finished the breakfast. Oh, and the new carer came, the one who's going to be getting Angie up. So just had a discussion with her. So it's starting on Tuesday, I think. This woman's called Joanne. But again, I said, right, well, I'll see you Tuesday. So she said, no, I'm on holiday next week. Somebody else will come. You know, so I'll have to go over it all with the new woman on Tuesday morning, Wednesday morning, then Friday morning again. So Yeah, so like I said, she wasn't right all day, so I got a Subway for our tea. On the way home, I just didn't fancy cooking, so I'm not having a chippy again. We'll have a Subway. I had one for a while. That was the last Subway I could ever get her. It was everywhere, and I chopped it into sort of sizable pieces that she could hold, but she was squeezing it, and it was all coming out everywhere. I had a bib thing on it, what catches it, but it was missing that. It was going all over the floor, all over the plate, all over the table, and everywhere. So more of it went everywhere else rather than in a face, in a mouth. And she's still got the other half of it. Well, she didn't even finish. I give her half, and she didn't even finish that half. And I had to take it off her. And you're not eating it. It's going everywhere. So she didn't even finish that. That was for the tea, because again she's giving it, trying to eat it with her eyes and head and back. I don't know. I'm going over the same thing all the time, and I'm just venting. That's all. I'm just venting. I've been listening to quite a lot of other people on here but people who do this sort of stuff, but they've got Parkinson's. So I'm just trying to get more of an insight into it if I can. I think I know, enough about it. I've dealt with it long enough now, but just get a little bit more, because it must be frustrating as well, but so this is the two sides. It's like a two-headed thing, is Parkinson's. The person who's got it, i.e. Angie, and these other people I'm listening to, and then the carers, like myself, and you just can't sort of navigate around it anywhere, because you don't know what's coming next. It's not a regular route each day, so you just don't know. We don't know what the day's going to bring, but it is getting harder and harder. Last night on the settee, she was horrendous again. Really wet through, sweating. I got the ice pad on her, but she's rolling about. She's laid one side, her legs were up on that side, over the end of the couch, and it's all that moving and rolling and wrestling herself that then creates the heat in her body as well. So what are you doing? I don't know. And then she'll sit up. I want to what do you want, Angie? What do you want? I don't know. And it's like, you just feel helpless. What can you do? I turn around, leave her to it, and start watching TV. But you're looking like that. What can I do? And it's like, but then you just feel guilty. You shouldn't really be just watching the TV. It's like, but is that what you can do about it? Is that what you can do? Well, Angie, will you go to bed? No, don't want to go to bed. No, I don't know. Last night she was in the state that even if I'd have managed to get her in bed, it wouldn't have helped. Well, when she did finally get to bed, this is what I'm getting to, when she finally did get to bed, it didn't help, because I was watching on my phone, and she had really bad, and she was up and down, her legs were going, da, da, da. I went in at one point, I had to get her up, change her again, so that was like 2 lots by now. Went in later on, nope, still, and then the bed mats was wet. The 3rd time, so they come off. 3rd time I went in, I was ready. Angie, come on, I'm knackered, I want to come to bed. She's rolling her. I don't know, all the bedding had to come off. That was the bed mats, the bed sheet, the cover that was covering her, all had to come off. And that was at 10 to 2 again. So I took it all off. I just threw it to one side. My words were, Angie, I'm fucking sick of this. That was my exact words. At that time in the morning. And she just sort of looked at me, and it's like, it's just frustration. That's all it is. And I'm mauling about, and I'm changing the bed, and it's, I said, Angie, something's got to be done about this. I can't keep doing this. And then that guilt things comes in, and it's, I even mentioned a home, in my frustration at one time. And you're heading yourself into a home, keep doing this. It's not done purposely. It isn't done purposely, that's, if she were doing it purposely, we could just have a big blazing row about it. But it's not. She doesn't even know what she's doing it. I don't even know she's doing it. So I just, I've changed the bed and put her back in, and so I can't get in bed, but I need to sleep. So I just got a sheet and it went on the settee, but it's horrendous, that settee. You can't sleep on it, so I've only dozed all night really. Got up at about 7:20. Had my breakfast and then give her the tablets at 8 o'clock and changed all the bedding again. Put a fresh lot of bedding on. So there's a load of bedding on the line now blowing, and there's a load more in the washer. Now that should be nearly ready for finishing. So I don't know, I know I've sounded like a broken record going over and over and over it again, but I'm just venting, just talking out loud in my head. So I don't even know what's going to happen today. I don't know. I'd like us to get out, We've not heard from our lad. He's supposed to be coming over this today, but we've not heard from him, so it is what it is, I'm saying. So I'm not really sort of badgering her to get up, but I'll ask her a couple of times. If she does, then hopefully I might get out. And then I'll just tell her, I think tonight, we're going to bed, early 10 o'clock, because I'm going to be extremely knackered. Remember, I didn't get much kip the night before. I was up at, 4:40, 20 to 5 yesterday morning, wasn't I? So, yeah. Right, sorry for rambling on again, but that's why I do these things. So hopefully you can just get to understand, the downs side of being a carer again. Right, okay, I'm going to get off. So again, please, as usual, press your like button, follow me please, share these videos, let's get them out there. Let's get a bit of as much info out there as we can of this Parkinson's, Parkinson's with dementia as well now does to people and families and relatives, not just the person who's got it, so yeah, okay, so yeah, press your like button please, follow me, subscribe if you're on YouTube, forward all these videos, and let's get it out there, and I'll do another one tomorrow. So as usual, please, you take care now, bye.